All right, today we're going to have a look at the off-highway section. Specifically, we're going to be looking at heavy equipment. Just so you know that we also have availability for compact equipment, as well as stationary engines and multi-purpose vehicles as well. Now, when we jump into heavy equipment, you'll see on the left side, there are about 81 brands available. You can select the favorite ones on your right side. The one that we are going to be looking at is the Volvo. And in the Volvo, we're looking at the A series, the A40G series to be more specific. So you can select that down right here. We'll have a look at the engine. But before we do that, you can see that there is availability for system selection, which includes after treatment, central computer, climate, HVAC, data registration, telematics, FMS, the engine, as well as the instrument cluster. You can do a system scan as well, which includes all of these components. And there are some special functions as well. On the far left, you'd see that you can see the wiring diagram, maintenance data, the vehicle vessel data as well. You can troubleshoot by symptoms, which is a very helpful tool if your mechanic is new. Some releases and procedures, that's TSBs, and then components replacement guides as well. So let's have a look at the engine first. Let's go ahead and select that and see what connectivity we have available. Now, as soon as you start to connect, the system will go ahead and tell you what is available. So for the engine, you can do fault code reading, clear fault codes, system data, operations data, monitoring, actuate components, system checks, run parameters, do maintenance, calibration, as well as data recorder. The data recorder is a very good tool for your mechanic to record data by voice or by text. It's all stored in the GRP, the Garage Resource Planner. Let's jump into the fault code reading first real quick. And for example, these are all simulations that are already added, but let's have a look at a fault code when it occurs. So you can do a freeze frame data and see the last occurrence hour, the time, what's the warning lamp, and what's the system state, if it's active or not. Once you do the fault code troubleshooting, you can go ahead and see which component is faulty. For example, it will advise you what are some of the steps you need to take. And once you do that, it will tell you exactly what are some of the next steps that you need to take in order to eliminate that fault code. There you go. So this is the fault. It's in the engine brake solenoid valve. So it'll tell you, it will indicate exactly what that valve looks like as well, right? So let's jump back and have a look at, just do that. All right, let's clear out of that. Let's have a look at the monitoring section real quick. Some live data. There are about 128 live data points ranging from pressure, temperature, speed, all the way down to the torque and voltage as well. You can select all the data points and view them in real time. This is very helpful for your mechanic. It'll provide them real data points where they can make decisions. All right, let's jump out of that real quick. Let's have a look at the system display and see what's available. We have the system display for the fuel system for a 4-cylinder. It'll tell you exactly what is happening in real time. Also for a 6-cylinder as well, what's the engine speed, engine load, fuel pressure sensor, everything is displayed here in real time. All right, so let's jump back. Let's have a quick look at calibration and see what we have available. Now, in terms of calibration, we can do a VGT, a variable geometric turbocharger, which includes the initial installation and the calibration, EGR, solenoid valve, exhaust gases, recirculation. Let's have a look at the calibration real quick. So whenever you do anything in calibration or some of these modes, this is in expert mode. It will prompt you. You have to accept the conditions and then jump. For this one specifically, it'll tell you what are some of the initial conditions that you need to carry out before you do this. For example, the initial conditions are parking brake activated, the engine is off, keys on, and all the data is available. So once you go ahead and click that, let's see what are some of these steps that you need to take. So for example, for this calibration, you need to first of all check gear state, the gear's state. It'll indicate what that would look like and what are steps that you need to take. The second one is check the correct position of the gears, which will again tell you this is the gear position that you need to have a look at. Step 3 is assemble of electric motor of the variable geometric turbocharger, the VGT. This is what it will look like, tightening of the fixing screws. And the last step is begin calibration process. So again, it will take you step by step and tell you what are some of the steps that you need to take. Right, as I mentioned on the far left side, you can have a look at the diagrams as well. We're looking at the A40. So let's jump into it. And again, this is the wiring diagram. It will show you all the points that are available. For example, this is the body computer, what it will look like. Again, this helps your mechanic eliminate any guesswork. They can easily determine what part is faulty, what are some of the pinouts as well, then replace or fix that part right then and there. Also on the left side, like I mentioned, there's troubleshooting by symptoms. This is a very helpful tool for your mechanics that are new. It will help them